Okay, like, hear me out. We call the episode Benjamin Buttkicker. Like the movie, Benjamin Button.
No, that's awful. And doesn't he get younger in that movie, not older?
I don't know. I just saw the poster.
Oh, wait, what about fisting and frustration?
Oh, Jesus.
Ew.
No, that sounds like fisting in frustration.
Oh, that could work too.
I say we call it Sifu Noob.
What? Why?
Because in text it'll look like STFU Noob, right? Huh?
Oh, because it's got, like, get good mechanics. I kind of like it. It's not bad.
I don't know. It doesn't really make sense when you say it out loud, though.
Stufu?
Like,
Sifu
noob.
Wow, can you believe these guys? Titles are so 2018. Just throw some hashtags on it and hit post.
I bet they spend 12 minutes trying to find a good title for their Reddit post, bro.
What? I like using Reddit. And hey, who are you kids?
Oh my god, bro, check the bio. Can't you see the name tag? I'm at Taylor_the_Beast_07.
Yeah, and I'm Brayden. We got stitched over from Activision Blizzard's social media crew, dude.
We did a vibe check on GameCorp's social media presence, and you all are so pathetic that you only post to Twitter.
Holy shit, is that a sexy robot?
What? No, that's just TikTok bot.
So, yes?
No, dude, she's just a voiceover. Do you guys not VO your subtitles?
I don't know what that is.
Jeez, Bet. Hey, Taylor, it's the being over 30 for me, bro.
Hahaha, sheesh.
It's like, put a finger down if you were still using MySpace in your 20s.
Technically, that's true, but geez, I feel old.
Yeah, me too.
Yo, don't at me or nothing, but aren't podcasts just for millennials trying to avoid their midlife crisis?
Yeah, and where's your cameras at? Don't tell me you're so outdated, you don't even clip the VODs.
Most of our audience listens on their commute, so video is... Oh my god, why am I so tired all of a sudden? Oh...
Story time. I just walked into my new office, and this guy was so clueless about his own job. What a loser.
She's great. I really like her.
And you're not helping. Ow, my back.
What the hell? Cowboy, your hair's turning gray.
What? Oh man, yours is too. And your face is all wrinkly.
Oh my god, what are you guys doing to us?
That's the power of TikTok, baby. It makes boomers like you feel so very old.
You could say we're pretty big on curse talk, because every time you take an L, you age a whole 10 years.
I'm so weak. I need my cane.
I've gotta just take a nap. Real quick.
No, Jake, you just gotta hold on. Bingo's at 6.
Pete, yeah! Oh shit! I knew they were in here!
Yeah, and they're attacking the podcasters. Let's get them.
Oh, my cataracts. Who is that? Is it the YouTubers? Are you there, Sonny?
Let's see how you scrubs like being filmed in landscape mode! Yeah, aspect ratio, nerd!
Oh my god, dude, it burns! Is that landscape? Oh, but everybody knows shooting portrait is better for showing the pod.
Damn YouTubers! TikTok bots, stop them!
Yo, what's up? It's your boys, the YouTubers, and we're doing a live reaction to the TikTokers trying to kill the podcasters. It's super lame, but we're gonna stop it. But before we jump right into that, let's get a word from NordVPN.
What the hell, dude? Is that a reaction vid with a scripted ad break? I can't do with that. Hell no, bro. Hell no.
I'm having a total system malfunction. Arg. Ouchie. My brain cannot compute. This is straight up not Hotbot Summer. Let's get out of here.
I'ma head out, but you ain't seen The Last of Us, YouTubers. You and your whole platform are Vine. You hear me? You're Vine.
Yeah, save it for the live, you relight losers!
Whew, that was a close one.
Oh, thank God. I think I'm going back to normal.
Yes, my wrinkles are disappearing. Oh my god, Cowboy, this is what Benjamin Button was like.
What, he was attacked by hot young magical teens?
No, I actually don't know. I only saw a recap video.
Oh my God, YouTubers. You guys saved us.
Yeah, you bet your subscribers we did.
What were those things? Those were the TikTokers. They live to suck up people's precious time and can cause you to age rapidly by making you realize just how old you are.
Lil Skeet watched some video essays, yo, and he thinks they're a type of incubus or something that was working for BlizzWiz.
Yeah, because it's like, no matter what your age is, they're always younger and hotter. It's not fair.
Oh, is that why I'm so thirsty?
No, you literally never drink water.
We've been out here the whole day trying to chase them out of Game Corp, yo, but we ain't had no luck yet.
Yeah, but we're not gonna give up. We're gonna get them.
Wow, well, thanks, guys. You know, compared to them, you three ain't so bad after all.
Thanks, man. You know, it's mostly for the views, though. Outrage content is the new meta right now.
But for real, I remember y'all helped us keep our jobs, yo. For a couple of Middle Ages, y'all ain't so bad either.
Whoa, hold up, boys. I just got another hit. They're posting shirtless dances from the break room. YouTubers, move out.
We out at 500. Catch y'all later. Okay. Well, that was weird. Do you think that's the last we'll hear about that?
Probably not. It's a little too on theme, you know?
What do you mean on theme?
Not, indoor fighting, magical aging, a struggle for power. It's basically Sifu.
Oh, man.
Cowboy, I thought you said you would stop doing the meta commentary stuff.
You asked.
Hello and welcome to Game Corp, the best podcast this side of the video game dimension. We are your hosts. I'm Cowboy.
I'm Jake.
And I'm JB, a.k.a. Jackie Ban.
I was like,
Not some Juice Brie? Maybe not some Juice Brie?
Juice Brie. Oh, Juice Brie. Oh, let me write that down.
I really thought your name was Hot Hot. I was like,
I was like, oh, he's breaking out. He's breaking out.
That's a silent J and a silent B.
Yeah, that's actual Cantonese. I didn't know you knew it.
He's been doing some Duolingo. All right, in today's episode, we're coming to grips with our own mortality while reviewing Sifu, a brutally hard kung fu brawler with a twist. Very excited for today's episode. And also, before we begin, everyone out there in the internet and beyond, I know aliens are listening. I fucking know it. I see you with my telescope. Everybody, let's go ahead and wish happy birthday to JB.
Aww. Go ahead,
thank you.
Listeners, sing him happy birthday. We'll wait.
Oh, yeah, they're kind of like...
A little pitchy.
Some of them are...
Little.
Yeah, but some of them are kind of like harmonizing. I kind of hear it.
I appreciate the effort, for sure.
To you. Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
There you go, guys.
Nice. That was so nice of you guys.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. I turned 32 years old. I was going to say years young, but then I realized I hate when people do that, so I'll just keep being years old.
Because 32 is not that old yet.
Yeah, so you're not allowed to say you're young until you're old. I don't understand how people work. But we had a fun time. We all went to medieval times.
Yeah, the Game Corp boys.
We did. Yeah, we did. A Game Corp field trip to medieval times.
Yeah, it was my first time. Cowboy Jake, have you been there before?
I have been
so many times. Yes,
but I was up in like the stockades. I was up in like the no man's section. I had to have the binoculars, but
right. I was surprised the boss shelled out for front row seats. Like that was pretty intense.
It was pretty generous of him. Yeah,
and I don't know if he paid extra, but like the little screens that drop down to protect you from the shrapnel from the joust, they just didn't give our side one.
Oh right,
and I don't know if that was...
Everybody was protected from splinters and shit except for where we were sitting.
Yeah, you got them risk tickets.
The high risk. We were in the splinter zone for sure.
Maybe he paid less. Maybe that's what it was.
He skipped out on the protection bonuses there.
Yeah, it's heavily discounted when you're in the life-threatening zone, the red zone.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
We were so close. Mm-hmm. You were close enough to smell the horses, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing while you're chowing down on half a chicken with your hands.
Yeah. They really relied on those horses,
I was going to say,
oh my God,
the horses.
That was like half the show. There was a horse parade at first.
Yes,
and they're like, look at this horse. Horse, he can walk funny. Oh, look at him go. He's walking funny.
I
Look at his other horse.
I
He's
love
walking funny too.
Every time the curtains to the arena would close, Big Dirt Arena, and then the drums would start up, and they're like, "My liege, presenting the next show." We're like, "Ooh, jester, juggling, fire. What's it gonna be?" And out prances another goddamn horse, another fucking horse.
Look at this one. He dances front to back.
And it all looked
Like,
the same.
"Ooh."
There's a horse salsa dancing, which doesn't really look that different from them
That
popping
went
locking.
on so long too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they had okay. So picture this, interns. This entire arena reserved for jousting and fights and stuff. The lights go red. It plays this fucking saucy music as this long-haired man strolls out on this beautiful horse and just trots around for like goddamn 45 minutes. Just 45 minutes of him thrusting and trotting around, and you think he's doing tricks. He apparently maybe like a horse person, like an equine scientist. I don't know,
An equine enjoyer.
yeah, would know what the hell he's doing. But to like the average us, it just kind of looked like, I don't know, the horse was a little mad or drunk or just I don't know.
Stumbly.
The horse was just kind of like, I don't want to do this today, and he's like, do it. And the horse was like, I'm
The
just
worst
gonna
part
fucking
is,
stumble
Like,
around.
I don't know how hard it is for a horse to do that. So I don't want to make the horse feel bad.
Right.
Like the
There's no frame of
the
reference.
horse is like, this hurts, but I'm like a ballerina breaking my toes for you because I need the audience to cheer. And I'm like, this is not impressive. My toddler is more graceful.
When they brought out the horses at the beginning and they all did their own signature trick, I remember feeling very bad for the first horse because his thing was he like got up on his hind legs, and at the end they all got up on their hind legs.
Yeah, they all did it.
So his signature trick, everyone else is like, yeah, I can do that too. Plus, I can walk kind of funny.
His finisher was their opener. They opened with it. He's a trainer. And then, like, it wasn't that different for the knights themselves. I swear to God, every choreography was exactly the same. It all looked like Star Trek. And I'm not talking Next Generation. I'm talking Kirk. I'm talking the battle with the
previous generation.
Yeah. Previous.
The original generation. The original generation. Are you talking about the fights?
Fights.
Yeah.
Like the fights at the end? Okay, so like when after like an hour and a half of horse prancing in like a falcon flying around.
The Falcon was kind
Yeah, they finally... The Falcon was kind of cool. They finally get to the fights and stuff. I thought the jousting was neat because they actually they connect and the lances explode and stuff. But yeah, the choreography, okay, to us might not look great, but all of our kids were there too.
Yeah.
And I mean, our kids were going nuts. I would say for like a 6-year-old, that shit was on
Your
point.
kid.
That's true.
My kid, dude, was in the middle of watching one of the guys get knocked to the ground and about to be gored. And he leans over and he goes, "Can we go yet?" And I'm like, "You're watching simulated death.
Really?
You don't know that he's not being killed. You know, like you should be on the edge of your seat."
No, when our night, we were on the Yellow Knight
Yeah,
section,
we were Yellow
which he was actually a
He was a
really
cool
cool
dude.
dude. I thought he was
He was a cool
the
knight.
coolest knight out there. He had a big personality. Props to you, Yellow Knight. When he was defeated, spoiler alert, when he was defeated, my son lost his mind. He was so mad. And he was like, "I don't want to be here anymore. He killed our knight. This sucks."
And then he hopped the barrier, dude.
Yeah, and he hopped the barrier. He took his shirt off and took his little toy axe. And he started swinging. No, he was so mad. He was into it. I will say there were some fights that were pretty awesome.
To be fair, when the choreography wasn't making them look like dopes with the same leg sweeps, and you're like, that swords don't sweep the legs. They cut them the fuck off. Like, you can't swing at the back of somebody's legs and trip them. But I digress. These guys, these athletic dudes, were swinging at each other. There were sparks coming off the swords. Those swords were clashing. You could hear them throughout. You know, some parts I really liked. They were really visceral and cool and felt cool.
But then anytime the swords could actually connect with body parts, that's when they really phoned it in.
Oh, they had to phone it in and slow
Yes, and then
very
down.
slow. Wait until it's done, then they jump out of the way. Right?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was very like
3-second delay.
like when you watch wrestling, like professional or quote unquote professional wrestling, there's a debate.
Hey,
on...
it's real to me, damn it.
Exactly. There's a debate on whether it's real or not. And some
No, there
people
is
will
interpretation.
Some people will
Not
defend,
anymore.
Not anymore. Okay, but back in the 90s and early 2000s, there was a debate because it looks really real, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was never any debate with medieval times.
Nope.
No,
It was
no,
so
of course not.
painfully obvious.
Yeah. And not even that, but wrestlers, they make it look better. I'm not bagging, but they also are way better actors because they know how to do drama. And the drama in this was so gut-wrenchingly boring.
God.
And it was mostly because I had no idea what anyone was saying. At any moment.
No.
Where the
the audio system
from which Satan came on the seventh side and smush. It's like, what?
And the audio, it was the bad accents, and the audio system was so bad that at one point, I think we were all cheering and losing our minds to the Red Knight saying women can't leave. And
We sure were.
like the Red Knight's like, women should stay in the fucking kitchen, and we're just like, cut his head off.
The entire crowd had no idea, but they heard the music go, and they thought, okay, cheer. That's the cheer noise.
We're just like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, I don't know what it was, but the Yellow Knight was like, cheer for the Red Knight, cheer for the Red Knight. And then it turns out he was like the worst of them all.
He was a bad guy.
I think our knight was a bad guy,
But
too.
I mean, it kind of fits because we were there for Game Corp, you know? Like,
that is true. We were put in the bad guy section.
I think he was, he was the
heel.
boss's favorite,
Yeah.
100% the heel. And the highlight of the night for me was the long, drawn out, and barely audible joke about oranges.
Valencia.
I don't. Is this like at all of them?
Valencia,
I really hope it's
oranges.
Not.
I'll tell you, I went to this same medieval times. I don't know, last year sometimes. Same joke.
Yep. So
they've been running on a joke about goddamn oranges
the kingdom
for years.
of Valencia. And then they ran a good 10-minute joke about, but they should have brought us oranges. And they're like, we don't know what those are.
Right, it's like the 8th time they brought out horses, and then the queen is like, we have a new gift from our entourage in Valencia, and then the court jester guy is like, did they bring oranges? And it's like, no, they brought another horse, and it's like, well, what about oranges? And the entire crowd is just booing. It's just boos echoing. It was the most animated the crowd was the entire night.
They know how to work the crowd. Aren't you glad I didn't say horse again?
And the crowd goes, boo!
So that was a good time. It was pretty good. If you've never been to medieval times, it's worth it just to see the knights like fucking rack each other with actual wooden poles that shatter in jousting and swords that really spark.
Very true. I think we're underselling it. Like, there's a lot of like really weird and funny parts to it, but all in all, it's a really fun time, I think.
Right. It's like, when people go to sporting events and they like heckle the players, right? Like, it's unfair to the players because they're not there for that, but you're supposed to heckle these people. Yep. And it's so much fun. Like, I noticed that there was a situation where they were like doing this like jousting event where they try to put their stick, I don't know what it's called.
Lance. The lance with the little ring.
Their stick.
Their horse stick.
They were trying to, oh no. Phrasing?
I said stick.
Phrasing? They're trying to put their horse stick through a little ring. And they're trying to collect the rings. And I noticed that if the knight was on the other, like the enemy side, they would miss. But if they were on their own side, they would catch them. So then the whole point is like you're supposed to boo them. And I did. I like watched this happen. So I was like, I felt sort of like ready to go. So I was like, where's your ring? Huh? Where's your ring? You missed it. What's wrong with you, you fucking idiot?
Well, you laid into it.
I laid into it. And he just looked at me and he kind of like, I could tell he was like, yeah. But it was fun.
I think he was really sad, honestly. I don't think he saw, but I saw actual teardrops from him because like.
Good. He was so bad. I can't believe he missed that.
He was so bad.
Here's what I mean. I felt bad. I'm like, well, the tournament hasn't started yet. You tried your best. You tried your best, Red Knight.
I'm pretty sure it was the Green Knight that missed too, and then he ended up taking the whole thing.
Yeah,
he took the whole thing, and he had the least personality. He was a quote unquote good guy, and he was a total asshole.
He really was. Blank faced, like never smiled, never like cheered to the crowd. He was just all business. He should have been the bad guy.
Yeah, boo Green Knight.
Boo.
Yeah, Red Knight was the best actor, dude. He sold his lines like he was trying to get into Shakespeare or some shit.
Absolutely. He was a natural with all that misogyny that the crowd just fucking loved.
Yeah, it's like he really got in character.
Yeah, right. There's one more guy I want to point out too. Like during all of this, also there's this really like ornate dude on a horse. He's like he's like the ring announcer. He's the announcer. He's clad in like copper and gold. He's like the MC, and his horse is beautiful with his crimped mane, hair, and stuff. And he would constantly ride by our section slowly. And I swear to God, he looked at all of us in the eyes and just smiled that smile.
It was so uncomfortable.
It was so uncomfortable.
So
I think we all got I think we all got eye fucked
Yeah.
by the MC of this place more than once.
Yeah. It was we noticed it separately, and it got so ridiculous we started talking to each other about it. Because I remember looking at it like, is he looking at me again? Why is he over here again? And then Jake turned to me and was like, why is he? And I'm like, I know, right?
Well, he glanced.
I'm not crazy.
He glanced at you guys. He looked at me. Long
Of course.
Double eyelid bashing, flashing. I don't know, blinking. Yeah, he gave it to me.
It's not a competition, cowboy.
I'm just gonna say he made me feel welcome. He made me feel welcome. He made me feel wanted.
And that was his birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday,
Thank you. Speaking of fights to the death, it is time.
No dog whistles.
You want me to get higher every single time?
No, I don't. Move.
I gotta fight.
I love it.
It's so.
All right, fine, cowboy, fine. Speaking of the fights to the death, we have the audience question. The audience question, I don't know how that fits. The audience question is brought to you by Get Even. Are you tired of absolutely getting ass blasted in competitive games? Have Souls games taken more controllers from you than there are Fast and the Furious movies? Do you think you're better than you actually are, and you're only being held down by the poor teammates or bad luck?
There it is.
Well, do we have the product for you? Yes, we do. It's called Get Even. Our team will hand match you with an epic gamer that specializes in your game, and then they'll play all your games for you so you can beat the game and rank up to your proper rank, all while you focus on more important things like, well, anything else. And when you come back, you'll be geared out, you'll be leveled up, and you'll be in the big leagues, right where you belong. Why get good when you can get even?
Hell yeah.
Balancing out the universe.
That's right.
Doing God's work.
It's basically pay to win for games that are not pay to win.
Nuts. Pay to win single player.
Always a way.
So last episode, we asked you about your most iconic memory from a Diablo game, and we got quite a few answers. And I noticed they were actually kind of spread out between all of the different Diablo games. So that was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. So starting us off, we have Tom from Bad Elephant Gaming, who shared an absolutely chaotic moment from their stream, twitch.tv/Bad Elephant Gaming, when the Dark Lord amiibo spawned a giant horde of enemies. Oh, Nintendo. Oh, Nintendo. I didn't understand, I didn't know that you could scan amiibos into Diablo.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, for the Nintendo versions, a lot of games have amiibo support, and in that one, certain amiibos, if you scan them in, it would spawn enemy hordes.
Yep, it was like a very high level horde of enemies, and Josh was away, and he came back, and he flipped the fuck out. It was amazing. It was a great moment.
Wait,
we also have
seriously?
Yeah,
there's amiibos for Diablo.
No, just any. Yeah, you scan an amiibo, and it does a thing.
Oh my god! Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We also have Friday Night Gamecast, who talked about when they were 6 or 7 and played Diablo 2 with a total lack of parental supervision.
Oh, yeah.
Right as God intended. Apparently, the butcher killed them so hard, it deleted the game. That's
woof.
And then we have Ice Crystal Punch, who took the meta to a whole nother level with their name strats. They had Paladin, Legend of Swords, Sorceress, Project Ice, and of course, who could forget Barbarian, Repressed Trauma.
All of those also sound like racing games somehow.
Oh, that is so true. Like Project Ice is like the History Channel's Ice Road Truckers video game. If they ever came out with that one, it would be called Project Ice.
I feel like Barbarian Repressed Trauma is like a new game, a new feely game where it's like barbarians, they can't just hold all their feelings down. From the makers of Celeste. barbarian repressed trauma.
It's like a visual novel.
Yeah.
We also have Metroid Mike, of course. Who could forget Metroid Mike? He brought out his music theory and talked about the E chord at the beginning of the new Tristram track. Not the new Tristram track, the new Tristram track.
The town.
Yeah, and they say you can't hear a tweet, but here we are, Mike.
Right.
Here we are.
I can hear it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that Spanish influence.
I swear to God, I can hear that little. It's just like the first 5 or 6 notes, but I feel like we can all hear it.
Absolutely.
Oh, what
we have Redbeard, who says, taking out a line of credit to gear my character.
Hey,
That's topical.
Yep.
Speaking of, listen to our last episode.
Yeah, exactly. Take a listen to the last episode. You'll hear our thoughts on Diablo Immortal, a completely unbiased take on Diablo Immortal. And we also have Solyant. I thought it was Soylent at first, but I realized it's Solyant. Solyant, who brought up how much they absolutely loved the dark and depressing city of Tristram in Diablo 1.
Yeah.
That's
not New Tristram, the original.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It had a mood, man. Like the first 2 Diablo games, especially, were very dark and broody and moody. Like it oozed atmosphere with everything about it.
Oh yeah,
and that's what people complained about when 3 and stuff came out. Is like it lost its mood. It became too arcadey, and I never knew how much I cared about that until it happened. You know, the dread disappeared.
Yeah, Diablo 1 was a dangerous place to be, right? Like you were always on the verge of dying. I remember playing Diablo 3 on hardcore mode and not caring. Like,
oh yeah,
yep.
And also the levels, they're kind of like they feel bright and sunny, and the shadows aren't as imposing. You know, like the fog of war, or even like how far your lantern goes. You see everything, but in the originals, you like a mob of killer skeletons could have just been like 10 feet from you, and you wouldn't have known.
Yep, absolutely. And last but not least, we have Jin, who says, the best part of Diablo is entering the CVV field. Oh no, Immortal, no. What have you done?
Jeez.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
This man knows Diablo. He knows it well.
All right. Well,
I love these jokes.
That's all the listener questions. Thank you so much for answering those, and make sure you answer the next one, which I will get to right now. Because this episode, I need your opinions on video game combat. That's right. I want to know what game has the most fun, the most fluid, and the most fucking rad combat of all time. You can let us know on our social media posts, our Spotify poll, or you can send us an email at welcometogamecorp.com. That's anything you want at welcometogamecorp.com.
Man, podcasters, you gotta help us. Shit's totally not lit, fam. Chill right now. Oh, no.
It's the TikTokers. They got too far, yo. They messed with the squad goals, yo.
Whoa. Slow down. What's going on?
They got little Yeet, my little boy, my little Yeety. He's been taken. They got him in all sorts of videos, making him sound stupid as hell, yo. Okay, but isn't that little Yeet, like, right there next to you?
Yo, what is up, podcast fam? Lil Yeet.
What's the problem then?
Nah, man, you got it all wrong, yo. It's the likeness. They stole his voice. Now he's all over Spooky Talk narrating shit he didn't even say, yo.
Yeah, man, he's a trending sound, and there ain't nothing we can do about it. It's not fair.
Oh, well, I mean, isn't that a good thing? Like, it's like going viral, right?
Nah, man, they're making fun of him in the vids. He's a sensitive little guy deep down.
I just wanted to bring the world joy through numbered lists of spooky events.
See? Now it's personal, yo. We gotta get vengeance on those fake rim jump cutty boys.
Yeah, we gotta catch them outside, and we gotta run them over with little Yeet's Ford Focus.
It gets excellent gas mileage.
Whoa. Hold up. This is going a little too far. I'm gonna do what we should have done from the start, guys.
What, lock the door and stop letting people in when we're recording?
That would stop a lot of problems.
No, agreed. But no, I'm gonna call the boss and get things sorted out.
Podcasters. What?
Yo, boss, it's Lil Skeet, and we about to commit wholesale murder on these TikTokers, and we need corporate to hit the like button on it.
Stop it. No. I got it, guys. Boss, what they mean to say is there's a bit of conflict with the newcomers from the acquisition.
Yeah, boss, I hate to tell you this, but the TikTokers are incubi. They're draining the life force from all the workers at GameCorp, and everyone's aging rapidly.
Trying to spill the tea, huh? You boys are showing your age.
What?
Jelly much? I get it. Game Corp gets some new hot young trendsetters, and you guys start acting like total Cathys. What? Oh, Karens, okay. Karens! Yeah, you boys are total Karens. Oh, man.
Boss? Who's there with you?
Huh? Oh, it's nobody. Just the TikTokers. NBD, though, we just vibing because we all hip and young and, hey, we bustin' work here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we bustin'.
Oh, man, they already got to him. They're turning him into a simp. Nah, man, not chill.
Yo, boss, they straight up gaslighting you, yo! Appealing to your ego and shit!
Nonsense. Real recognize real. These guys are the CEOs of cutting-edge trends. They're bringing youth back to Game Corp.
Boss, can't you see? They're not bringing youth back. They're sucking the youth out of Game Corp.
Yeah, 100. Half of the sales team has already pulled their 401ks and dipped. They're destroying Game Corp from the inside.
Yeah, I don't care. They're staying. They're not only my new best employees, they my mutuals, yo.
Alright, boys, looks like we got no choice but to invoke the Office Code of Combat!
That's right. Per section number 32, part F, we challenge the TikTokers to a content battle.
Oh, that section is about not using chemical weapons on the daycare floors, but whatever. I'll never turn down some good old interdepartmental bloodshed.
All right, it's settled then. Lunchtime, we're gonna meet right here back at the podcaster's office. And you better bring your best filters and transitions, because we're gonna make you fade to black.
Why here?
Prepare to be shadow banned from Game Corp, because you're going down, TikTokers.
Shadow ban, huh? That's a good idea. Let's make it official. Losing department gets banned to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, snap! That's kinda heavy, but... I guess.
Nah, man, we got this. Come on, let's go load up on stock photography and royalty-free music so we can bury these fools in the comments.
YouTubers, move out. Again.
Well, all right. I'm finna get some work done before the battle. Catch you later, podcasters.
Bye, boss.
Yep.
Oh, and the TikTokers said they're gonna eat all your souls after they beat the YouTubers. Okay.
What?
Well, bye.
Well, while we ponder the fate of our eternal souls, let's go ahead and take a break for today's sponsor. But when we return, get ready to Stufu and hear about Sifu.
See, I told you it doesn't really work if you say it out loud. Stupid. It's not, you don't say.
We here at Welcome to Game Corp know that social media platforms can be a powerful tool for artists and creators of all types to share their talents with the entire world, and we applaud each and every one for their effort involved in creating and sharing their craft. Truly, the world is a better place because of their efforts. We here at Welcome to Game Corp also like to say, who has time for any of that business? That's why we're proud to be sponsored in part by the Forever You, the Life Capture System. With the Forever You Life Capture System, never again will you be bothered by the woes of not capturing every single second of your life to post online. With a simple phone app and omnipresent drone cams, the Life Capture System dutifully monitors your every action, waiting for the perfect moment to post. Lightly stumble down some stairs? Life Capture will edit the vid, complete with zooms, sound effects, and overused music, and post it directly to TikTok. Sitting down to a family dinner for the first time in weeks? Perfect time for a flood of Instagram stories. Embarrassing bathroom time? Straight to OnlyFans. Plus, for the premium subscribers, the Life Capture System has a real-time face filter applicator that projects your favorite deformed or freakishly smooth face filter directly on your head. Never again will you be seen in public without your favorite filter to distort your face to perfection. Welcome to Game Corp listeners can save 20% off their premium subscription by using offer code EXPOSEMEDADDY at sign-up. The Forever You Life Capture System. Never experience the boredom of privacy ever again.
Today we are talking about Sifu, the nearly Souls-like martial arts beat-em-up game by developer Slow Clap, the team behind that other weird kung fu game you maybe played for 10 minutes, Absolver. Yes, these art college grads really love a good kick and punch, as they are not only pros at evoking deep emotion through visual storytelling and level design, but also letting you beat the absolute snot out of every random young gangster you encounter. The plot naturally revolves around one of the core tenets of all martial arts, blood-soaked revenge. Because after your master/father are killed, you skip the next 20 years of therapy in lieu of training for one of the most face-smashing, bone-breaking, knee-inverting warpaths this unnamed Pacific country has ever seen. But easier said than done, because in order to get the speed of Ip Man, the finesse of Jet Li, and the hitting people with household objects of Jackie Chan, you must first get good. Yep. This is a game where you will be dying a lot, but instead of game over, it's happy birthday. Because one of the core aspects of this game is the aging system, with every death adding more and more years to your life. A metaphor for the same way this game kills a little piece of your soul when you take L after L after L after, dare I say it, L. The combat is interesting. While falling trapped to the classic X light attack, Y heavy attack combo mix and catalog, it's more robust in its defense options, ditching that tired old dodge roll in favor of some logical sidestepping and some punch-slipping mechanics. And make no mistake, you will be dodging, because the mobs of enemies you encounter throughout the game have finally unionized under the banner of, why don't we all just punch them at the same time? And boy do they ever. Now I finally know why GameCorp hates unions.
All right, my Kung Fu Masters, today we're asking the age-old question. Does Sifu kick ass or get old fast? Now, if you didn't catch it in that badass stinger that you just heard, Sifu is a new martial arts brawler that relies heavily on skill. The better you are, the better you do in the game, and you cannot take that lightly. But it's the classic Kung Fu story. Master dies, apprentice rises up to seek revenge. Now, going into this game, I can only assume that the three of us expected this to be fairly straightforward, beat up bad guys until the end, but we found out that this game isn't quite that. I want to ask you guys, where do you group Sifu in the pantheon of video games? Before we begin, I want to get our mindset of what is this game?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I came into this with a completely different expectation, and I got out of it a completely different style of game than I think you two did. So when I approached this game, I realized very quickly that it was, to me, mostly a Souls-like. And I noticed in the combat, I noticed in the way you have to like beat your head against a wall with certain enemies until you master their mechanics. And then you make your way to the boss and you master the mechanics of the boss until you beat it and you move on to the next one. And it was very much like a boss battling Souls-like with elements from other types of games I like. But yeah, primarily for me, it was the Souls-like.
Which is so interesting, because for each of us, it feels different. And then to ourselves, it feels different at different points. Like it's transformative, which just sounds stupid and artsy. But what I mean by that is I open the game up and I start kicking ass. And it feels good. It's a brawler. I'm getting to be a Kung Fu master, kick people in the head, have fun. But then as the game went on, I was starting to feel the Dark Souls a little bit there. Beating your head against a wall, super difficult enemies coming up. And then as more mechanics are revealed, I start going, oh, well, hold on, there's some backtracking and stuff here, maybe. It's like a little bit Castle Metroidvania. And then I start hitting other stuff like roguelike elements, and it's a game that moves in different directions. And whether or not that works, I'm unsure. But it's got a lot more going on to it than just a brawler.
Yeah, absolutely. And make no mistake, listeners, the game doesn't change. It's constant throughout. And for reference, for me, this felt roguelike, like to the core. When I was playing this, it felt the same as playing Hades to me, as far as like the permanent upgrades that you eventually unlock and doing the same levels over and over and over and over. It's just so interesting. It's such an interesting take on the brawler that combines all of these mechanics. And I will say, as far as that goes, I think Sifu does it really well, and it's really interesting, and it creates this really unique brawler that I bet most of you guys have never experienced before.
Yeah, and beyond like the detailed, the nitty-gritty stuff, the mechanics, there was also what I was surprised by was like the general art and feel of the game. Like, I did not expect this to have almost like a French film, like Sundance Festival, really cool like art direction with it. And I loved it. Like
I would agree, except for with French. I would say Asian.
Okay.
Asian, yeah. Number one.
He was like, oui, oui.
When everybody thinks of artsy movies, they think of France, all right? I'm trying to be accurate with my generalizations.
But yeah, absolutely. This game looks pretty freaking cool. The visual effects that you'll experience while playing Sifu are amazing. The lighting is I think it's unparalleled in some degrees. Like there's certain scenes that are lit so well and they're so moody that I stop playing and I'm just like, wow, this is cool. And the sounds are great too. Not to mention all the environments, they're interactable. So this game, the art, the design, the levels, it's alive. They were very thoughtful about how they designed the levels and how they made this game feel in that regard while you're playing it.
I agree. It was 100% inspired, and it was like the martial arts kung fu movies that we've grown up with and we've seen throughout. It's like it was so omnipresent throughout the entire game. It was so intentional and it was so well done that it always felt good. Like I always love when a game is able to bring in ideas and learned skills from making movies and bring it into a game world, because really that's what games are, right? It's a movie you can interact with. It's a story that you're at the center of and you get to do what you would do in that moment. So being the kung fu badass and jumping over tables and knocking people out, like that was just really cool. And the number one thing I noticed, like what really cemented this for me, was the one take shot right at the beginning of the game. If you haven't played this game, first level, I believe, you walk into this hallway and the camera shifts and you have one of those classic one take martial arts walking down a hallway, beating people up scenes. And it feels just as good as it is when you watch it.
Most people would call this the Daredevil, but I'm going to call it what it is. It's the Old Boy. If any of you know that movie, it's the hallway fight from Old Boy. And that's back when this came up in trailers and previews, that's one of the main things they showed. And everyone's like, oh, hallway fight game. Everyone was calling it like hallway fight game. But I mean, to harken back to what you said, they went and they were like, man, why does everyone love Kung Fu? They love Kung Fu movies. Well, what can we do? Let's take all the cool shit from all the cool Kung Fu movies and bring it in here. So you got your Old Boy hallway fight. You got your fighting a tough opponent while a castle's burning down. You got the artsy scenes with like single colors, palettes with silhouettes and stuff. You have so many cool environments that I think were heavily inspired from films.
Creative use of, environmental assets and things like that. Yep.
They give you everything you want from Kung Fu films.
Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't stay in the realm of strict reality too, because a lot of kung fu movies they're visceral and they're real and things like that. I love that Sifu also has a supernatural element to it. Yeah, that's how a lot of the levels will also transition. Like, to talk about the burning castle, like it's the second level, not a huge spoiler alert. Like, that level starts in a nightclub with pounding music and neon lights and hordes of fucking gutter punk dancer people wanting to beat you up. And that eventually transitions. It like hard cuts from that to bam, now you're in a burning castle. And even the boss mechanics reflect that. And I loved the supernatural elements that Sifu added to really bring this game to life.
True, which is also one of the staples of like Eastern martial arts films, right? Like, you have people who, get magical powers and they become the main characters of the stories, right? The ones with the magical powers are the main good guy and all the main bad guys. And the entire point is good guy wants to beat the bad guys, right? And it's such it was very... It wasn't necessarily expected going into the game. I didn't think that was going to happen, but it was right at home in that world. Like, it just felt like it fit so well.
Yeah, and I think they did a good job to ground the game in reality with a lot of like the moves and stuff and some of what you do in it, and then they could go fantastical with the rest. Like with the art direction, they went for the feel of Kung Fu, but for the actual like Kung Fu and stuff, they stayed grounded in concrete, and that kept me in both worlds. I think that's great. I love that. It's also just really cool looking.
Yeah, I agree. The art is amazing. And it's not all about the art, right? There's a lot of really interesting mechanics in this game. Like, take the aging system, for example. Like, normally in a difficult game, you die, it's game over. But in this one, you get to relive your day, kind of like Groundhog Day. But the only difference is you're a little more gray.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing that occurred most to me about it is the setback is incremental. You know, a lot of games like you die, you were so close, boss is at 1%, he kills you and you're like, come on, I got to do it. No, you don't have to do it all again. You have a slight setback where you age up like 1 year and then maybe you defeat the boss. But on top of that, that 1 year turns to 2 years. If you die again, and then to 4 years, and then to 8 years, and then to 16, there's this acceleration that makes you feel like I gotta stay on point. They're not taking it easy on me, but they're giving me a little bit of wiggle room. And despite my frustrations with it, I love it. I love the way that they design that. You know, it's benefit and punishment in both directions.
I found it, man. I gotta say that I'm kind of the opposite in like thinking it's lenient.
Really,
the game punishes you if you're bad with this mechanic, because your character, like you in this game, you're kind of soft. You can't take very many hits.
Nope.
You just can't. It's kind of easy. If you get overwhelmed, you die, and then you age up 1 year. If you get back up and those same 5 people beat the shit out of you again and you die again, you age up 2 years, and then 3, and then 4. If you clear a room, it's called a death counter. It'll come back down to 4, 3, 2, 1 the next time you die. But if you aren't doing great, if a level is kicking your ass, you will die of old age in one level.
It does snowball like that, right? Because not only does like if you're bad at the game and you're not understanding the mechanics, like you're going to die multiple times and it's just going to get crazy. But on top of that, when you die, the next time you're alive, you take more damage. You also do more damage. But you become, as you get older, you become more frail, and it's almost like you'd been training for those years, so your attacks are a little more potent. So it's like a double-edged sword there.
Yeah, right. And to be specific, it's every 10 years. So with the aging system, in your 20s, that's your start. In your 30s, a little less life, more damage. 40s, 50s, 60s. When your age goes over 70 or over, really, the next time you die, it's game over. And you literally have to start over from the last time you were alive. And
you're dead.
Yeah, you're dead. And each level retains the age you were at when you started it. So if there's a level that beats your ass and you end in the 60s, you're not gonna beat the game. You have to go back and do it again and do it better so you can beat that level at a younger age in hopes of making it to the end of the next level. So basically, if you're not good at this game, and it is punishingly hard, if you're not good, you're not ever going to beat this game. You have to literally train like a real Kung Fu master.
And that is an interesting mechanic, too, that you just brought up, which is you can go back to previous levels at a younger age and attempt to do them better. And that's kind of the meta game above the game itself, which is not only is it beating the game, but it's also beating it at the youngest age possible. Right, that's like the ideal goal.
Yeah,
and there are many times where I had beaten a level, but I was too old to really want to jump into the next one. So I went back and did the same level again until I beat it at like 24 instead of 60.
And
So-
what it does is it puts in that kind of replayability where I'm going to say you're shaving time off your lap. You're getting better, you're going back, and you're decreasing your age as you go. And I think like that's really cool to add some like replay value to it.
Yep. And on top of that, you talked about this in the Stinger, is that as you play, if you replay levels, you've unlocked certain shortcuts and different things, so you don't have to go through the entire grind to get back to the boss. Like you can skip a lot. There's a double-edged sword there too. Like I think this game really captured a risk versus reward system. Because say there's a level in a mall or like a museum, where there's an elevator, and after you beat that level, you can take the elevator all the way up to the boss, but you miss like 3 upgrade points.
Yeah.
Where you could have upgraded your character to be even stronger. So it's a very like you skip all these boss or characters so you don't run the risk of dying or aging up before the final boss. But also, you're not as strong getting up to the final boss.
Inversely, you can also grind levels over and over and get all your permanent upgrades. And so there's the idea that you can rush forward and just go towards the boss, or you can hang back and grind up a bunch of stuff so that you're stronger. And I like these ideas. I don't know how well they're all executed together in the grand scheme of the games, but these guys had ideas, you know? They really went for it. Plus, I don't know if you guys mentioned, but the fact that when you die, you get stronger, your health goes down, you go into death spiral.
Every 10 years, yeah.
But you get stronger, and that's kind of that cool thing where you can maybe throw a last-ditch effort at the boss, like, I'm gonna die, but I'm taking you out with me with my giant fucking fist because I'm 90, you know?
Right.
Like, that's cool to me. I think they had great ideas.
Oh yeah, there's like basically the way they designed the game is there's enough ways to play it that a lot of different types of gamers are going to find a way to play it that they enjoy. Whether that's grinding to get all the upgrades and then just defeating everybody, whether that's trying to speed run and skip all the extra stuff, whether it's, I want to do a no-hit run, or you could even do it like a glass cannon run like you're talking, where you age up to the max age on the very first level and then try to beat the game without dying again. Like there's all sorts of really interesting ways you can do that. And let's talk about the upgrades a little bit, because I think that's a cool mechanic on its own. You get different abilities, different skills, and you don't just unlock them as you level up. You get to choose which unlocks you get.
Right.
And you can choose either extra moves, or you can choose sort of bonuses that you would see in roguelikes, like where you get more, I don't know, what is that called? Like the block power. If you dodge or if you block, stamina. Thank you. So like there's all sorts of cool builds I think you can make with those.
Yeah, the upgrade is interesting because it's temporary. Each run you can buy one, but it's also permanent, like we talked about, if you're willing to buy it 5 times.
5 times, yeah.
But it's not just moves. Sometimes it's core stuff that you need. Sometimes it's knockback moves for enemies you need distance on. It's sweep moves for enemies you need to take down. And you get to pick and choose the temporary ones per like what level you're playing and what you need. Instead of maybe a classic AAA game style where it's just like, level 5, you unlock this move. Now you can throw a batarang or whatever. You get your choices. You get to play how you want. But see, the thing is, all these ideas that I love, all these mechanics, all hinge upon the one sole fact of whether or not you like the core gameplay loop. Is the combat good? Is it fun? Or is it just too frustrating?
Absolutely. I thought the combat was amazing. Like, I thought this game was very much a Souls-like when I played it. And I did get that sort of same feel as I got from Elden Ring or any Dark Souls game I played. The difference was the combat was fun. So I didn't mind spending the time to learn an enemy's moveset and figure out how to counter it and how to do it perfectly without taking any damage, because I really liked the combat and I really liked the core gameplay. And I think that's something I've been saying about Souls-like games for a long time, is that if you don't like the way the combat feels, you're not going to be willing to put in the time to get good.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons you say that, like with those Souls-like games, it can be very much hit a button and wait a few seconds before you hit your next button. Wait on that big broadsword swing. But this one kind of gives you that more mastery because it has a focus on like avoiding getting hit, and it's anybody who plays fighting games, perfect parries feel great. Like if they try to hit you with 3 attacks in a row and you block, and then, deliver 5 punches back and all this happens in a span of a second, I think you and me like that fast kind of gameplay. That's where we want to feel like a master.
Right.
And I love
Dark Souls, I think, relies on prediction.
Yes.
Whereas I think Sifu, if you cannot predict, you can rely on reaction. Yeah.
I think that's kind of true. And for me, I loved it up until I stopped. I felt great until I felt fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's the same for me. Through the first level, I thought Sifu was really interesting and really fun because there's not just your light and heavy attacks, and there's not just special moves. It's environmental mechanics too. Like, you rely heavily on improvised weapons in this game too. Your punches and kicks are great, but you are beating the shit out of everybody with your sticks and your bottles and your baseball bats and stuff like that. Like, half the time I was playing this game, I was hunting for weapons versus just trying to take everybody one-on-one. But in the beginning, it felt really good. And I hit that first boss, and he was pretty challenging. But I was still able to end the first level in the 20s. And I was like, this is pretty fun. I'm getting the hang of it. Level 2, it just beat me to death. It just beat me to death. I couldn't even get to level 3 without being in my 60s. I could not do it. The difficulty spike hit very hard, and I was constantly overwhelmed with enemies who don't just throw 1 or 2 attacks, who don't just, weight, which is not a bad thing. It's more realistic. But I was constantly swarmed. I would constantly try to fight somebody and then get punched in the back of the head. I would try to dodge a move and it wouldn't dodge in time. I found is for as like in depth as the combat is and how much opportunity you have to actually improve a real skill to play this game, it was punishing me so much that it didn't feel like a game anymore. And I stopped having fun. And by the end of my playthroughs of Sifu, it actually felt like work. And I went away loving the way this game looks and sounds, but I hated playing it.
Yeah, there is a point in which you stop feeling like a badass martial artist and you start maybe not taking on 6 groups of enemies, maybe kiting them around and beating up one of them and then running away again. And it starts to just kind of shave off some of that feeling of being a badass. So the combat gets too difficult to a point where you no longer are feeling that elation. There were certain sections in the mid-game where the difficulty dropped again suddenly, and I'm kicking asses in a hallway, and then it shot back up. I should mention this, in case anybody's yelling this at the speaker. There is a difficulty selection, I believe, so you can play it on easy.
You can play it on easy.
We're real gamers, damn it. We don't go to easy.
I played it on normal.
I did too. Yeah, whatever the intended experience.
The intended
What
experience.
I play on.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if like say Elden Ring had an easy mode, I wouldn't have played it on easy because that's just not. I want the intended experience. Otherwise, it just feels. Cheap.
Right.
But it's very interesting to hear Jake's take on it because as somebody who loved and breathes Souls-like games, like I really thought you would enjoy the pain and the suffering.
This doesn't feel like Dark Souls to me.
brings.
In fact, to me, it's puzzling to call this a Dark Souls game or a Souls-like game. This doesn't feel anything like a Souls-like game to me. It feels like a brawler with roguelike mechanics, and that's what I think is more true, in my opinion.
Well,
so things like Souls games or Elden Ring and all that stuff, there's multiple ways to approach things. There's different combat systems. There's different places to go if you're stuck. Sifu doesn't have any of that. It's a brawler. It's level based. If you lose, you lose, and you don't progress unless you get better at it.
Well, and I guess maybe it's the idea of you're hard capped at your skills. Elden Ring, you can grind. You are more strategic. You know how long your moves take and whatnot.
Yeah.
You can predict. With this, it's just like you're overwhelmed, and you're never going to be the faster draw, And that's I don't have good reaction time. So I get my ass kicked sometimes, and I'm just literally I got to controller throwing levels, which hasn't happened in a long time to me. I'm very chill, and I almost threw the controller at this game.
So that's the thing. I never got like super angry at Sifu. Like when I died, because I died a ton, and I had to start levels over, and I started from the beginning multiple times just to be like, okay, well maybe if I'm 22 instead of 24 after the second level, maybe then I'll be able to beat this boss. And I tried different builds, like with the boss who throws daggers at you constantly. I was like, okay, maybe I can figure out how to time the in-air grab for weapons and throw them back. And you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so there is a lot of the same things that you say that you like about Souls-like games and Elden Rings are a lot of the same things I like about Sifu. And a lot of the things you say you hate about Sifu are a lot of things I say I hate about Elden Ring and Souls-like games, which is so interesting to me. Like there's something fundamental at the core of these two games that make them look and feel different to us. Yeah. So that they're like complete opposites in our minds.
Okay. Well, I mean, difficulty aside, we beat that to death. There's more to the game combat than that. I want to talk about the fact that some of the takedowns and the beatdowns are so cool, and I think maybe are even worth experience the game for. Just the whole finishers. Like, the finishers in this game are so cool and brutal. They're like ripped out of your favorite kung fu movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. And I love any game that takes account player placement or the environment or where you are into finishing moves. I applaud. It is so necessary, I think, in these types of games. And it's seamless. Every single finisher that I did do, I'll admit that when I'm playing this game and I'm doing well, I think it's the coolest shit in the world, man.
And it's got that classic rhythm. It's like bop, 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 bop,
yeah,
bah, and you feel it. You feel like, and I got you. You're done. Who's next? And you're like pointing at the other people.
Yeah,
and
it transitions. It's one beat down with this one person. If you're next to a wall, you're slamming them into a wall or pushing, over a table, and it's like it's crazy.
Yeah, I completely agree. Everything you're saying is 100% accurate, and I think honestly, the combat in this game is one of the best I've ever seen. Like the feel of it, the way it's just so fluid and fancy, and it just feels so good. It's like visceral and it's clean. It's like a dance. And it's like you're dancing along on this screen, and it's just knocking people out. It just feels amazing.
And 99% sure it's motion captured from like Kung Fu Masters. Pretty sure.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I've seen a dev video thumbnail somewhere of some like real Kung Fu looking dude with the balls on him for mocap. So pretty sure.
All right, listeners, you've heard about the combat. You've heard about the feel. Sifu looks great and it can play great. But with its punishing combat, does Sifu kick ass or does it get old fast? And you know what, JB? I know you love this game, so let's start with you, man.
Yeah, I think it gets old fast. No, I'm just kidding. Sifu kicks ass 100%. Like, you already know it. I can't. Sifu is, I know you say it's not a Souls-like, but it 100% is to me, and it's the only good Souls-like I've ever played.
I can feel what JB's saying when he says that. I feel it in me, so.
Okay. Right, what about you, Jake? Because I feel like you're on the opposite end of the spectrum.
I wonder. It got old really fast. It razzled me and dazzled me and showed me a potential. It showed me the potential for a game that I would have loved because I like brawlers. This isn't a new genre to me. I like stuff like this, and I like fighting games. But with all of its beautiful pieces, the whole just wasn't good enough to me. And I think Sifu got old fast, man.
I'm going to say, as long, listener, put your gamer ego aside, as long as you select the correct difficulty, like I should have gone down to easy, Sifu kicks ass. Not just because it's super gratifying to beat down people and feel like martial arts master, but it looks amazing. It's worth watching as a Sundance Film Festival movie, Oh, speaking of which, camera work during combat is fucking terrible. I should have mentioned that. I hate it. But anyways, this game kicks ass. I think it definitely does. If you select the right difficulty, you're gonna love it. Unless you're Jake.
Or
anybody who hates bad cameras.
Yep.
All right.
I like the camera. I never had any issues with that. I don't know what you're talking
about. I hated the camera. It always got stuck
I remember
on
in Discord you bringing it up like, I hate how the camera is broken in combat. And I'm like, I've never had an issue. And I'm like, well, maybe if I play more, I'll see it. Never once. Not once did I have an issue with the camera.
It was over the shoulder and it was weird. But all right, intern, you heard it here with a 2-1 vote. Sifu? It kicks ass. But don't take our word for it. You play the game, and please let us know what you think about Sifu. Hit us up on Twitter. Email us at welcome to gamecorp.com. Send us a message anywhere you want. Carrier pigeon, baby. Let us know what you think about Sifu.
Hey, yo! Yo, what's up, podcasters? It's your boy, Little Pete.
Hey, Little Pete. Oh, is it time for the battle?
We got 10 minutes till showtime, yo. We were wondering if we could throw down some equipment for now.
Do you guys really have to do this in here?
Nah, man, you don't get it. We got a throwdown where the gauntlet was thrown down. It's a matter of honor. Plus, your office is the only one with good acoustics, so,
All right, fine. I guess we got a little room for
All
you
right,
to...
crew. I need 4 stage lights in each corner here. Give me that good white, nothing below 5K, yo.
Yeah, and I'm thinking wide-angle lenses, 24 millimeters, 30-degree split for a 2-shot setup. And let's get a boom mic in the dead center.
Yo, what the hell? This set is awful. Who did the set design? I need to get some mics up in here, some gaming stuff in here, up in the frame. Really, you gotta sell the location. Where's my director of photography? This is a travesty.
Whoa, you guys need to do all this just to film a YouTube video?
Duh, man. What do you think we do? Just pull out our phones and hit record?
Well, yeah.
No, man. Lil, you got 4 years at the American Film Institute under his belt, and I worked under Del Toro for 3 summers, yo.
Yeah, and Lil Skeet won the Sundance Festival Cinematography Award for his video, Ultimate Wet Fart Pranks Gone Wrong, Fortnite Edition.
I guess we misjudged you guys.
Yeah, NPT, bro. We're used to people judging us, and it stops hurting eventually.
If it makes you feel better, you can be our fight announcers.
Sure. If it helps, I guess.
Sweet. All right, my dudes. How we looking?
Yo, we looking lean and pristine. These TikTokers won't know what hit them.
All this setup just to catch your ass getting kicked in 4K.
It's amazing how uncool you guys can make shooting a vid.
Don't you know all you need is an iPhone and a ring light?
Nah, man, that's lame. That's why y'all look the same in your videos.
Enough talk. It is time for carnage.
Yeah, start us off, podcasters.
Okay. Welcome everyone to the first ever content battle between the YouTubers from GameCorp and the TikTokers from hell, probably.
Right you are, cowboy, and we are just making this up as we go. So it'll be 3 rounds of contending, and then we'll declare a winner, or until someone dies. I'm not sure.
Right you are, Jake. And without further ado, let the match begin. Now.
Okay, looks like the TikTokers are taking the initiative with a basic TikTok dance. Not that provocative, and pretty awkward with no music, though.
Yeah, perhaps the song is added in post, and oh, good lord, now they're shirtless. Lip bites and full flexing and seductive red lighting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a surprise thirst trap, and I, for one, am quite sweaty.
I can't believe it, but here comes the YouTubers with a dude-perfect compilation. They're just nailing absolutely ridiculous shots. Ping pong balls and solo cups, frisbees and hula hoops, babies and bassinets, you name it, it's happening. It's an extravaganza of skill shots.
Now the TikTokers are countering with an observational skit. Oh, and he's pulled off a full Medea. One person playing 6 characters at once, barely altering his appearance, requiring a lot of suspension of belief on the viewer's part. Talk about confidence.
Right you are, and the YouTubers are not looking so good after that one. What? They're even taking a knee. Could this be the surrender? Are the YouTubers done for?
Oh my
no,
God.
It's a prank, bro. It's a prank. He hit him with the whipped cream slap coming off the floor. Bam! You love to see it.
Right you are, cowboy. The TikTokers are shaking that embarrassment off. And now he's pulling out his iPhone. He seems to be writing an email. What could it be? Oh, look out. Oh my God, it's a copyright strike from the shadows. I didn't even see it coming.
Oh, the mods at YouTube are barely doing their job to verify those claims. And now the YouTubers' legs are starting to wobble. It is not looking good for them.
Right you are, cowboy. The YouTubers are working up a retaliation with a bit of lengthy intro. Ooh, you gotta ask, where's it going? Oh, it's a 3-hour video essay with a history of TikTok, breaking down all the Chinese governmental spying and data collection.
Ooh.
The TikTokers are caught red-handed and bored.
Right you are, Jake. But wait, what's this? The TikTokers have responded by straight up shooting and killing the YouTuber's editor. Absolutely devastating. And quite the controversial move, but not technically against the rules.
No, it isn't. And it seems that the TikTokers are not done yet. Oh, they're duetting that last move. And what's this? Another and another duet.
Oh my God.
They're stacking duets in the most devastating move into an ultimate finisher. I can't watch, but I'm going to.
Right you are, cowboy. They are pulling out all the stops. I see put a finger down. I see tell me without telling me. I see does anybody else? Oh, the silhouette challenge, gender-bending cosplay, POV skits, big conversation, hot people lip syncing to stuff funny people said and getting way more views. The whole kit and caboodle.
Right you are, Jake, and I'm afraid the office might not survive this one because they're reaching critical derivative content mass. And they're hitting boast!
Whoa, is everybody okay?
Yeah, it looks like the only thing that was really destroyed was the window.
Oh, damn it, go figure.
Right?
Had enough, YouTubers. We haven't even broken a sweat.
Fools! TikTok is nearly endless content. The swipes will just keep coming. Hell yeah.
Damn it, man! It doesn't matter how strong our content is. They just keep regenerating new ones like every 30 seconds. This is impossible, man. I give up. I can't do it.
I hate to say it, but I think we're beat, yo. They're just too powerful, man.
What did I tell you?
Boss.
Stop fighting it, boys. Your time is over. Nobody has time anymore for hour-long audios or 10-minute videos. It's all about lukewarm jokes served in 30 seconds apiece. TikTok is the future.
Oh, man!
God.
No, I can't say
cannot
that. No, they were
believe it.
chill.
It is not fair.
I don't want to go back to the orphanage.
Guys, we can't just stand by. We gotta help the YouTubers.
Yeah. Hey, boss. I support your decision and all, but how can you take their side? I heard that platform was terrible for businesses.
You boomers just don't understand it. Oh, man.
Yeah, you're probably right, boss. I mean, a young trendsetter like you obviously already knows the platform is hemorrhaging money. What with their ads being 100% skippable and hardly anyone selling products on it? I mean, you must have already figured out the secret to why companies can't seem to make any money on TikTok.
No. What, you can't make money on it?
Yeah, not to mention the massive security flaws that would give our big-time competitors in China access to all of GameCorp's data.
China would have access to all our secrets?
Stop worrying, guys. The boss ain't a boomer like us. He's hip on all the trends. I'm sure he's got that all figured out already. Right, boss?
Yeah. Of course I have. Definitely, But, hey, TikTokers, is this true?
Psh, I don't know. I only got famous on it so I can slide into the DMs of questionably young and naive girls.
I used it to start my career in children's cartoons and to spy on the average U.S. citizen.
But it helps you make money elsewhere, right?
Nah, dude. It doesn't make you actually famous. It's just what we call TikTok famous. It's just for the ego, bro.
I see. Well, I just discovered this hip new trend. It's called Fire Talk because you three are fired. Security, get them out of here.
This chain costs $1,200.
All right, come on, let's go. Out you go now. Come on. All right, so you got to hold hands. Hold hands. Oh, and right out the window. Okay, bye-bye.
No. Oh, Jesus. What are you doing?
God.
Bandana, how could you do that?
You just pushed those guys out the window.
Well, don't worry. It's okay. They're not real people.
Oh, because you mean they're an incubus. Okay.
No, because they're TikTokers. All right, I'm gonna go clean your bodies off the streets now.
Well, that's our show, everybody. As always, I'd like to thank Metroid Mike for the use of our theme song, I Can't Break, off of the album Heart of the Juggernaut. Go buy it on Bandcamp for $1 million. Feed his baby. His baby eats diamonds. And as always, thanks to Inky Danny for the use of our artwork that she made for us. And it's beautiful. And look at it so much. Follow her on Twitter. Follow both of them on Twitter. They're super funny.
Hell yeah, and thank you all for answering our questions on social media. Why don't you go out there and check out our new one? It should be posted by now. You can go answer the question. It's on Twitter. It's on the Spotify poll. It's everywhere you want to be, like MasterCard. Or is that Visa? I don't know. We're not sponsored. And go ahead and check us out on welcometogamecorp.com. You can ask us questions. It doesn't have to be the other way around. Go to the Ask Us Anything. Leave a little thing. Send us the message. We want it. We need it. Make sure you like us. Like us.
And you damn well better love us for sure. And I want to thank you all so much for listening, making it to the end. You better not have skipped to this. You better made it through the whole thing to get here. And if you're here, go ahead and leave us a review. Spotify does that now. Go back a page, scroll up, and all those 5 stars, throw yours on top. It'll be great. It'll be fun. And if you even want to reach us even more than that, join us in our Discord where you can live chat with us. Link should be in the description, as well as where you'll find the link to our Twitch, where we are playing games and having fun. You can jump in the chat, have fun with us, be a part of the show, not actually on the show, but a part of it, some part off on the side. Oh, and then the last thing, why do I always forget that? Slips my mind. I need you to get the fuck out of here.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Or morning.
Those guys,
What?
Those guys killed
Did
somebody in that.
They did.
Yeah, there was 2 murders.
Oh my god, my legs are totally broken. This is so sad because I don't have my phone to film it for pity likes.
Dude, several fractures in my spine and a concussion? That's not cool, bro. My spine is like one of my best features.
When we sold our souls for immortality, I didn't realize it allowed me to live through such incomprehensible levels of pain.
Dude, hey, wait, is that like a robot, dude? With like a comically large broom and dustpan, bro? Oh my god, that's crazy, dude.
Hello, my name is JB, aka Janitorial Bot. You bodies are currently considered litter on GameCorp property. I will be scraping you from the premises and relocating you to the dumpster.
Oh, lame. This wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for those meddling podcasters. We will get them for this. Oh, yes. Oh, we will get them.
Yeah, dude. It's like podcasters, target numero uno now. They're like dead meat, bro.
Did you say take revenge on the podcasters?
No, dude. But I can. Let's take revenge on the podcasters, bro.
Excellent. Yes, I believe we share a common enemy. I will spare the dumpster of your broken bodies. We have planning to do. Yes, much planning.
Oh, dude. Is this robot gonna make us its sex slaves, bro?
Oh my god, I certainly hope so. We would do so well on King Talk.
Gross.
Hot people lip syncing to... Hot people lip syncing to... Fuck. Hot people lip syncing to funny... Fuck me. Yeah. Hot people lip syncing... God damn it. Marker. Hot people lip syncing to... Hot people lip syncing to stuff funny people said. God bless them. Fuck me. All right.
It's like you're a broken record. Hot people lip syncing to stuff. Hot people lip syncing to
Marker, goddammit. Marker. Marker. Hot people. Just. It's hot people, people.